High-end phones are the device that everyone is aiming for when looking for a new phone. But not everyone can afford those ridiculous pricing of upward of $1,000. And there are individuals that thinks that smartphone with a price tag of around $500 is still too expensive for them. Or they know all those features and speed provided by a high-end phone or mid-range phone do not benefit much to their day-to-day life. So why spend so much on a phone? And here comes what we call a low-end or a super budget phone. Today we are going to take a look at Samsung's lowest end widescreen smartphone after 1 year of usage. Disclaimer time. As you all know, I've been using various iPhone and other Android phones for the past year for review. So this review does not come directly from my experience. Instead, I simply extract some points that I want to mention later from my family member that actually use the device for around a year. So let's get into the video. Samsung Galaxy A11, a smartphone that you don't often hear as most of the tech channel and website do not cover it much, as it does not have all those fancy high-end features like 120Hz refresh rate, Snapdragon 888, or even a good camera. The purpose of this kind of smartphone is to fulfill the bare minimum of what modern users need to do. For example, a simple Google search once in a blue moon media consumption, as they might watch their video from the TV or desktop, or even scan QR code for checking in. As you can see, all the tasks that are listed just now are not power intensive. A simple Snapdragon 450 is enough. If all you need is bare minimum, a low-end smartphone is for you. Let's get into the device itself. I will list the spec here, as I think you guys might fall asleep if I actually tell the spec one by one, as it's not very exciting. Despite being a low-end device priced around $130 at the time of purchase, the screen is surprisingly big with a hole punch display, even though the chin is a bit on the bigger side. Nonetheless, with this outlook, it doesn't seem like a low-end smartphone at all. Turning to the back, triple camera baby, matching most of the mid-range smartphone in terms of numbers. But as for the quality, it is pretty bad. Bare minimum is the theme here. While I'm extracting information from my family member when writing this script, I noticed he doesn't have any significant displeasure while using this phone for a year, whether in the speed department, camera, or even a memory of 32GB. Everything seems fine and he can complete his daily tasks perfectly. And when he handed me the phone, my first impression is, that's low. During the conversation, I randomly asked him, if I would sell you a $1,000 phone at $500, would he purchase it? Without a single thought, he said no. Why would I spend $500 if a $100 phone can do everything he wants? And there's one thing I noticed when I'm asking about battery life. No issue whatsoever, he replied. After giving some thought, this clicked on me. If your phone only have a resolution of 720p, a not so good screen where you do not watch a lot of video or game on it, of course you can get a great battery life with a 4000 mAh battery. Speaking of gaming, I tried to download a few games on this device while having a hands-on. It ran pretty well for a small lightweight game, but don't even think about game like Genshin Impact. Actually, I lied. This is not a review for the Galaxy A11. This is just my thought after getting some input from my family member that have been using this phone for a year long. I always wonder, why can he stand using such a slow phone with a bad camera, and with the conversation I had with him, I finally understand. Just hitting the bare minimum is sufficient for him. So if you ask me will I switch to a low-end smartphone? Nope. I still love my iPhone and I watch and game on it quite a lot. So a fast phone with a beautiful screen paired with a more expensive price tag is well worth it in my opinion. This video is not to convince you to get a low-end smartphone. Instead, this can be used as assurance for someone looking to get a low-end smartphone but afraid it will be a piece of junk. Trust me, it's not. That's it. Thanks for watching. Ciao.